Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting edition of Omnibros Live on a Monday. Welcome back. Today is all the previews, collected editions, all the cool stuff that's coming out that we all like to geek out over. So thank you everybody for joining. Of course, hit the like button, share the video, all that fun stuff. And thank you to the chat as always, popping in. You guys are fantastic. Had a little bit of a technical hiccup, so I don't know if the stream is going to be all right, but it should work itself out. Just a heads up in case I go kind of bonkers on screen. But thank you, everybody, with all the likes and the thumbs up. Thank you, everybody, so much. Appreciate it. NFL dude with the baby chick. That's always great. William Shatner's painting portfolio. Hey, Gio. Hi, William. Thank you so much for joining. So it's your boy Gio here. I will be joined shortly by Omnibros. I started a little bit early because I can't stay on for too long tonight, so I do apologize on that. And instead of delaying everything and talking in the green screen and all that, green screen in the back room and all that stuff, thought I'd start early and get to chat with all you wonderful people out there. Lionheart, what's up? What's up? What's up? Solo show? Solo for a couple minutes. So you guys can ask me whatever the heck you want, this impromptu Q&A, before we get started into hauls, reads, previews, all that fun stuff that we do on a Monday night. Hey, everyone, let's go Yankees. All right, there we go. Aku with the sports talk. Howdy, Gio, and everyone. Howdy, howdy. Let me remind you guys before we get too into the discussion, so we forget to talk about our wonderful sponsor, that we do have some wonderful news to share with you guys, but you're going to have to wait a couple minutes. Here's Lou coming in hot. You're live. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Doing okay. It's a little hectic because I had some technical hiccups just as soon as I hit the broadcast button. So I'm praying that the stream doesn't crash. But now that you're here, it's a little bit better.
Okay, all right.
So welcome.
Thanks,
you're
man.
live. What's up? What's been happening in your life?
Nothing much. It's been kind of just relaxing, actually. Last week was good, and then on Saturday we did the Patreon show.
Ooh, nice. That is always great. I assume everybody had fun with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had quite a few people on the Patreon show over the weekend, which it's always good when sometimes Gabe and I just do it ourselves, and I love the interaction we get from fans and stuff like that. We had a few people pop in. I know NFL dude tried to get in on the show, but unfortunately his connection wasn't the most stable, so he had to leave. But we ended up having about 3 or 4 people join us and just talk about comics and talk about all the stuff that's going on right now.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We have a couple questions here, but before I do that, let me remind everybody that, of course, the show is sponsored by the fine folks of In Stock Trades, your home for all things collected editions. You get your Omnibus, trade paperbacks, hardcovers, all that fun stuff at In Stock Trades. Deals up to 50% off, and if you make an order of $50 or more, you get free shipping. Fantastic customer service and wonderful packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. The official sponsor of Omnibros Live here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. Now, we do have a bit of an announcement, so you're going to have to stay tuned for the middle portion of this show for me to reveal it. I can't talk about it just yet, but if you guys keep watching, hit the like button, stick around. It's something really cool we're proud of, and we've been highly anticipating this surprise to share with everybody. So I hope you stick around, and we can geek out about it in a couple minutes. So yeah, In Stock Trades. Also, let me remind you guys that today's the 17th. 2 weeks from now, on the 31st, we'll have the gift card giveaway valued at $50. Once again, courtesy of InStockTrades.com. Yeah. So there you go. Shout out to IST. You forgot the combo harmonica. Sorry. I don't have the app either. You guys remember the digital Mouth Harp app. I erased that thing. That was a gag for like 2 weeks, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna use that again.
That bit lasted for about, you're right, 2 weeks, and then we were like, yeah, this does not play anymore.
I'm good. It's all right. So we do have a couple questions here. Let's see. Best Aquaman run to start with for a new reader. Aquaman does not have a lot of runs, unfortunately, or they're all too short. But the best one, the easiest one to get into, reader friendly, is the New 52. It's the one that redefined the character for a new generation. Easier to read, fantastic artwork, and if you like the live action adaptation like I do, it pulls a lot from there, and of course Peter David's run. So if you don't necessarily want to check out the New 52 stuff, then the other one I would recommend is the Peter David run from back in the early 90s. Either way, you're good.
Yeah, no, Jeff Johns made it a very conscious effort to show people why Aquaman is very loved among a lot of fans.
Oh yeah, and what I say not about not having a lot of runs, by that I mean back in the day after his Silver Age run, he had like 3 volumes of material, and they were all like 5 issues, 12 issues, 16, and they were all canceled. It wasn't until Peter David in the early 90s where we got like a huge, like 60, I think it was 75 plus issues, plus annuals and all that stuff. And then it got canceled again. Then it got picked up for a couple more runs that lasted maybe like 20 to 40 issues. It wasn't until the New 52 where we got a concise story for the character. New 52 led into Rebirth, and Rebirth lasted for a while. Right now, unfortunately, the character does not have an ongoing title, but hey, what are you going to do? You would think, like, he's a famous character, you would have an ongoing comic, but no.
He'll get an ongoing next year when the movie pops up around that time. Somebody will pick up the slack and do an ongoing series.
Right.
Also, even though I'm not a fan of her writing, I've heard the Kelly Sue run is not bad.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I highly recommend it, and it has fantastic artwork that I highly recommend checking out. Even if you're not a fan of DeConnick, at least check it out for the art.
Who's the artist on that? Who worked on it?
What's this guy's name? He sadly passed away last year. Robson Rocha, I think it's the name. I'm probably mispronouncing his name wrong. He sadly passed away either 2021 or 2020, one of the two.
Who would you like to see kind of take a swing at the character next? I mean, obviously there's Tom Taylor, like everybody, but
writing. Jesus. Hey, I said it in the podcast ages ago. I want to see a Rick Remender Aquaman story.
Ooh,
just so it can be balls to the wall, action packed, like kind of punkish. Make it a little grungy, post-apocalyptic, like Deadly Class style or something like that. And artist, I would like to see Matteo Scalera drawing Aquaman.
Good choice.
He's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
or friggin' what's this guy's name from? Oh my gosh, Doc Shaner. Doc Shaner? Yeah, Doc Shaner.
Doc Shaner would be great. He's killing it on that Batman and Superman book.
Yeah.
His art is beautiful. Yeah. I think I'm not sure if he's exclusive to Marvel right now, but I think Chip Zdarsky would be good for an Aquaman run.
That'd be fun.
I think it'd be fit.
Gio, best anime horror to watch this season. You're putting me on the spot. We'll say the 97 Berserk anime. And I'm a little different, so I'm going to throw a curveball at you. Mushishi is one of my favorites. Even though it's not like, oh, I'm so scared, it's still spooky enough that fits the theme because of the wandering doctor solving yokai-esque related treatment on like rural Japan and all that stuff.
That's a good one. If you just want blood and gore, Hellsing Ultimate is a great kind of horror anime to watch. It's only 12 episodes, I think, something like that. And there's not much in the way of plot, but it's still fun.
Oh yeah, campy as hell, but a lot of fun. You watched the new Bleach yet? Aaron, I am up to date. No, I'm lying. I need to catch up on the new Gundam series, but I am officially 97% caught up with everything that's airing right now, anime wise, including Bleach, and it's been a lot of fun so far.
Dude, you are a machine. I don't know how you do it.
I'm currently watching, I said this last Thursday, 20 between 25 to 28 shows right now.
A week.
A week, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm literally, I have my laptop here and I'm uploading my past seasonal review, which is super late, I know, but I'm doing it now. And that was like 15 different shows. So yeah, there's a lot going on in my head.
Yeah. There's Chainsaw Man. That just dropped.
Chainsaw Man, it's already tomorrow. We're getting episode 2, and that's been great. The first episode was wonderful.
I still have not seen that first episode. I heard it's really good though.
Yeah, no, they Studio Mappa went all out. It looks fantastic.
They put the budget on it, huh?
Mm-hmm. No, I think it was the executive at Studio Mappa. He's a fan of Fujimoto and wanted to do the manga justice with the adaptation. So it's 12 episodes. It's not going to adapt the whole thing. Obviously, we're going to get another season later on. Every episode is just movie quality, and even the opening and ending songs, or the ending songs, they're different each episode. So they got in touch with 12 different groups to do the music for the show. It's insane. Yeah. Inhumans Omnibus surprise announcement. I wanted no, sorry, James, not happening.
Don't do
unfortunately.
That. Yeah, don't
I didn't even. I forgot to mention it. I'm still petitioning for that damn book, but it's not happening tonight. Sorry. Peter David and Jeff Johns are the best friends. Yeah. I've been meaning to ask, did IST change their Tuesday reset time? Used to be 3 p.m. Yes, right now it is midnight. Don't go at midnight because you're not going to find anything new. Tuesdays at noon Eastern Standard Time. That's the new release date. So tomorrow, go in and check it out at noon for all the new books that we're going to talk about tonight.
I like Cleveland Brown's comment because I think I agree with what he just said.
New one? Hold
yeah.
on. I'm behind in the chat. All right. Chainsaw Man is terrific, but I have a dreadful feeling it's going to have hardcore fans like DBZ fan. The discourse on Chainsaw Man and the new Bleach anime on Twitter is insane, and I dislike it. So I pay no attention to the fans.
So it's people taking sides on which one's the better one?
Yes. However, there are a lot of cooler shows out there that people are missing out on.
Yeah.
They're just going in because two famous properties. One is super hyped. The other one's back after a decade.
Yeah.
I get it. But like they're at each other's throat. Which one's better? And it's insane. Anime Twitter, I don't recommend checking that out.
Chainsaw Man heavily reminds me of I have the same gut feeling where it's gonna end up being like The Boys and Rick and Morty, where the fan base is super fucking annoying. But it's still quality shows. They're really fun. They're awesome shows, but the fan base, I can't fucking stand them.
I could see that happening. But I don't know. It's just I don't check out the people online, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't bother me too much, but I can see that happening. 100%. Tom Taylor writing Aquaman would be amazing. Yes. Aquaman Andromeda comes out tomorrow. I'm waiting for that hardcover. I think it's scheduled for early next year, I think, right? I think I saw a solicit of that. Gio, what about Dan Abnett's Aquaman run? I dug it. It has its issues. It's not my overall favorite, but I dug it. And I was really loving it at the beginning when the New 52 was ending. That's when Abnett started. And he made the character of, or not made, He did the whole Aqua Woman thing with Mira donning the suit and all that stuff, and it was drawn by Brett Booth. I'm a huge fan of Brett Booth's artwork. But then somewhere along the way with Rebirth, it kind of got okay. I don't know. It was just all right.
Yeah.
I did like that he expanded the what was happening inside Atlantis and the world building inside that um, city. A lot of people just when they do Aquaman books, they just focus on hey, Aquaman fighting against villains outside of Atlantis or humans and prejudice and all that stuff. While Amnet concentrated a little bit on the internal politics of Atlantis, which is something that I've always wanted to see more of.
Yeah, Dan Abnett it strikes me as one of those guys that he always puts out solid work, but for whatever reason, he's never had. And it can be argued that all the cosmic stuff that he did, but for whatever reason, he's never had anything that has stuck to mainstream. Like, wow, this is fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the general audience and stuff like that. But he's always been a solid writer.
And if you think about it, the cosmic stuff, 50% of that was with Lanning. So yeah, you can't even attribute that 100% to Amnet. I am a fan of the writer, but
Yeah, I've never read anything but Dan Abnett and gone, you know what, that wasn't that good. It's always been solid stuff.
Yep. Good evening. Good evening. NS Aquaman. That would be chaotic. I'd check that out. Hell yeah. Grant Morrison Aquaman. Hell yeah. Of course.
That'd be weird.
Gio's seen both. Yeah. Does Paranoia Agent count as horror? Yes, of course. Psychological. Wonderful. Anything from Satoshi Kon, highly recommend it.
What about Parasite?
Parasite is freakish, like body horror. So yeah, that's great too.
We're still waiting for Junji Izo's anime that was supposed to drop this year. We would have had it already.
Yeah, it got delayed again. But they're making it extra special. Actually, let me check the status on that.
Got delayed again. Jesus. Yeah, we were originally supposed to have it this month. It was they're adapting. Is it Uzumaki that they're adapting?
Yeah.
And the score is done by the guy that did Hereditary. Oh my god. The score is going to be beautiful.
Oh, definitely. Let's see. Later, delayed. Uzumaki gets another delay. Let me check this out. This was from back in summer. The new date. It's supposed to come out this month, but it doesn't have a release date, and I'm not seeing any articles on another delay for next year.
Adult Swim has shock drop stuff in the past, so you never know. It could be what day does Halloween fall on? Monday?
Monday.
It could be the day before Halloween. Could be that Sunday night where they just drop it. They've done it before.
It's going to be 4 episodes adapting the manga. It's going to cut some corners, but it is supervised by Ito himself, and he helped write the script for it. And I think he's also in the show itself, voicing a couple characters.
Cool.
The anime was originally slated for 2020 before it was delayed to 2021, and now October 2022. But I'm not seeing any confirmation of another delay. So fingers crossed.
Would you say, I mean, it's his most known work, but would you say Uzumaki is his best from what you've read?
I think his best known work is, and I can't remember the name, the kid with the freaking nails on his mouth. That and Tomie, and then Uzumaki. However, his best work, I still think to this day, is Uzumaki, or my personal favorite.
How'd you feel about his Frankenstein story? I heard that one was pretty good.
I loved it. Super underrated, in my opinion. It's a wonderful adaptation. Today is also Studio Madhouse 50th anniversary. Hey, Madhouse rocks. Love those guys. Nope. Old comment. Uh-oh. Please don't be like the Rick and Morty fans. I hope not.
I can see it.
Yeah. Charles Wilson. Anyone waiting on Galactus? Not us. We broke. I got a notification on the FedEx app of a 23-pound package from Hasbro. Holy crap.
Your postman must love you.
Oh, yeah. Give him an extra tip because
Yeah.
that box has got to be super heavy.
Hope you don't live on the 3rd floor.
He's just going to drop it on the first one. You pick it up. It's down there. You go get it. Geo, February 21st, 2023. Aquaman Andromeda. I'm getting that day one. Thank you. Lou, where's your anticipation level at for God of War Ragnarok?
It's a 10. I can't fucking wait. Honestly, I can't wait. I'm so jealous because review codes went out today to all the reviewers and stuff, and a lot of them were bragging about it online. I'm like, you lucky bastards. So it's a great sign, though, because they've given them reviews. The embargo lifts the 3rd of November. They officially said, yeah, the embargo lifts the 3rd of November, which is a week before release. And they can talk about it this Friday. They can give early impressions this Friday, which means they have a lot of faith in this. They believe they have something special here.
Awesome. Junji Ito Maniac Japanese Tales of the Macabre will debut on January. I'm not too hyped about that. The last anime for Junji Ito stories was kind of bad. So I have very little hope for that. Sorry. Let's see if I missed any other questions. Again, guys, Q&A time. Ask us anything. Just nothing too controversial, please. It's only 8:23, so maybe at 9:23. Well, we get some questions from the chat. Did you happen to haul or read anything that you want to let the audience know about? Any books? Oh, you're muted.
My bad.
There
I didn't
you
haul anything. I did end up finishing up Cormac McCarthy's The Road.
How was it?
Brilliant.
I mean, you've already read it, right?
This is actually my first time going through it.
Oh, I thought. Oh, okay.
I tried reading it in 2000 during the pandemic, but it was too on the nose. I couldn't get through it. So reading it now, it's kind of, I put it in the same vein as like Shawshank Redemption. Have you ever seen Shawshank?
Yes.
I only need to read it once. I don't need to read it or watch it again.
I completely understand.
It's just that kind of piece of work where it's brilliant, it's beautiful, it's amazing, it's all the words that you've heard, but it's probably my least favorite of his stuff that I've read.
Okay.
Because it's just that bleak. It's bleak to a degree where it's just like, oh my God. And it's kind of repetitious in a lot of ways. Because it keeps going through the cycle of they give him a little bit of hope in the story. It's literally about a father and a son, right? The characters don't even have names in the book. It's literally the man and the boy. And it starts out with them on the road. They get a little bit of hope. They find something. They keep going on the road because they're trying to reach the coast, because the father is like, if we just make it to the coast, maybe there's a little bit of sunlight that's out there and there's a little bit of hope out there and stuff like that, because this is it. There is no hope for humanity. It's done. The sky is covered. It's bleak and there's ash that's falling to the ground. They never really give you exactly what it is that has caused this apocalypse, but you can surmise it was probably a nuclear fallout, which, hey, is topical.
Yeah.
So it kind of has a repetitious thing, but it's about, at its heart, it's really about a parent and trying to figure out how the fuck am I gonna, how am I gonna give this child hope in a world that doesn't have hope, and how am I gonna teach this child to survive in this god awful world, because he's dying from the very beginning of the story. He's dying, and there are certain moments throughout the book where it's just haunting, because there are certain flashbacks. One in particular where the man is talking to his wife, and they are literally standing outside their window, and they're looking out their window, and they can see just fire basically outside their window. And the man just walks over to his bathtub and he starts filling his tub filled with water because he has processed this and he's realized this is it. This is the end. Like, the world is going to shit. It's so good, but
What about the movie? Did you ever see the adaptation of it?
I never saw the adaptation of it. I've heard mixed things. I heard it wasn't bad. I do know they cut out one particular scene from the movie that's in the book that I'm really happy that they did cut it out, because reading it, I almost dropped the book altogether. The only thing that really kept me going, this is that dark. The only thing that really kept me going was, well, I've got like about 100 pages left. I might as well finish this thing at this point.
I've never read it, but if it's too dark, maybe I'll skip it for now.
Yeah.
Not currently in the mood to read something like that. However, you say nuclear fallout as a possibility, and I'm inclined to believe that since we're so dumb and we repeat the same mistakes as the humanity I'm talking about, the collective, I'm pretty sure at some point in the future it is going to happen, and people are going to die from nuclear fallout.
Yeah. I think more than anything else, that's probably how we're going to go. Because we are just that self-absorbed.
I have no doubt in my mind that one of those things we've already written the blueprint for our own demise in fictional media. So I am certain that some of those books, some of those stories will turn out true, will be true in the near future.
Well, the only thing that's stopping us is the assured mutual destruction. That's one of the things that's like, yeah, I don't want to push the button because I know you'll push the button and we'll all be fucking gone.
Joe Hill's The Fireman had similar creative tissue to The Road and The Last of Us.
That's good to know. I'll check that out. Thanks, man.
What was cut out? Is it about the cannibals? I have no idea. Sorry.
I could say it, but it's bleak.
Okay,
it's
don't say it.
To the point where I know I would offend somebody. I'll tell you off the air, Gio, if you want me to tell you.
Yeah, I don't mind, but I don't want to put the audience down.
Oh, we just dropped Gio a little bit. No. Gio.
Okay.
Wait, there he is. I think he's there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry about that.
There we go.
Lionheart is waiting. It's probably going to happen again, just a heads up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. It shouldn't, but I know it's going to happen again because even though I have signal, the StreamYard thing is saying the connection's unstable, which is not true, but it's going to glitch out. So expect that to happen in a couple of seconds, guys. Waiting for Gotham Knights on the PS5.
Is that the one with Party City Red Hood?
Yes, and the weird music choices, and people were upset because the game was only 30 frames per second, which I thought was silly, and they made a fuss online. I'm like, guys, end of the day, it's a video game. Just play it, enjoy it. Don't worry about the frames.
Yeah, that's kind of how, I mean, we've been spoiled though at this point with hardware and everything like that. You kind of expect, hey, you could at least run this thing at 60 frames per second. I mean, hell, they canceled the last gen console version because they were like, we want to optimize it for this gen.
Oh, that's also true. Yeah, I forgot about that. Next to Magellan. Hold on, he's writing the other post. I'll highlight them both when they're done. So if this doesn't glitch out, let me show you guys something cool I bought. I did get the American Vampire Omnibus Volume 2, but it hasn't arrived yet. So I wanted to mention that in case anybody was wondering from last week. Yes, I pulled the trigger. I probably shouldn't have, but I got it anyways, just to complete the story in omnibus format, because I do still own the first one. But I got one of the coolest manga of the year, one of my most anticipated titles, and it's something that if you're not into manga or anything, you're gonna think I'm crazy. You're not gonna understand the hype, and that's okay. I'm here for you. What I got is Dinosaur Sanctuary, Volume 1 from Itaru Kinoshita.
Hmm.
So you're probably wondering, what the hell is this about? This story is set in 1946, or at the beginning of it. A remote island was discovered where dinosaurs never went extinct. Through breeding and genetic manipulation, dinosaur populations increased, and dinomania reached a fever pitch worldwide until a certain terrible incident occurred. Afterward, dinosaur reserves fell on hard times. Enter Suma Suzume, a kind-hearted rookie dino keeper. Can she be the one to save Dinoland from extinction? So, this is a crossover between like amusement parks and Walt Disney with dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. So I like the character designs. I'm not finished reading this yet. I do want to make a quick little video on it on my channel. But you can see the dinosaurs here looking really cool. And I am a huge fan of dinosaurs. So I have been eagerly awaiting this since we announced it on the Thursday shows.
That looks like a lot of fun. Just the premise alone really has me intrigued on it, honestly.
Yeah. And it has colored pages. Take a look at this.
I'm not seeing anything, man. You're kind of freezing up there.
All right, give me a second. Hold on.
Okay. On the road again. On the road again.
Okay.
Nope, it's still frozen. I can hear you, but I can't see you.
It's StreamYard.
Yeah.
Stupid website. I hate it. Sorry, StreamYard. I hate your app. It sucks.
Is there anything else we can use? Maybe we should do something else or move on to something else.
I don't know. I have no idea. So just imagine that I'm holding a book and it's filled with wonderful dinosaurs. So that's what I got. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Let me turn off my camera here. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It has a bunch of dinosaurs. I love it.
What more could you want, right?
Yeah, of course. Here's a comment from Next Imaginaut. Like most or all of McCarthy's work, The Road is aesthetically untranslatable. I think it is, among other things, essentially a successful experiment in rendering poetry as prose, but the film adaptation is still very good on its own terms. Doesn't hold a candle to No Country for Old Men, but still a very admirable literalistic studio adaptation of the book.
Yeah, I mean, it almost has a mythic kind of Homer and the Odyssey, Dante's Inferno style to it, where it's, like I said, it's beautifully written and it's very basic in structure, which is you have a man, a boy, you're going down this road constantly. They're on a journey to this place. They eventually get to this place, and that's kind of the end of the story, more or less. So, but it's beautiful. That's really more of what it is. It's that the writing style is beautiful, and the structure that McCarthy chooses to use in writing that book is fantastic.
Awesome. Can you see me now? You can't see me.
Man. Nope, frozen solid.
But you can hear me.
Yep.
This is some bullshit. I read Night of the Living Cat. I thought it was going to be too cute, but it was really good. Nice. I need to check it out. It looks awesome. Well, guys, eventually you'll get to see my face again. I don't know. I'm looking at myself right here, and it's working fine. Apparently, the app disagrees with me. Let's see. If there are no other questions, I can announce. Well, let's see if I actually show up before I do the announcement. Let's see. Hold on a second. Hold on. Nothing yet, right? Nothing.
Nope. Sorry, bud.
The big surprise for all you wonderful people out there is that we got a code back from the fine folks at In Stock Trades. Might as well reveal it now. Here it is. A nice surprise for all of you. Is it showing up?
Yeah, it's showing up. You're good.
Okay. Code SPOOKY will save you an additional 3% off, and it runs from October the 18th to the 25th, which is next Tuesday. So it's going to run for a full week, I assume up until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or something like that on the 25th. So you have, starting tomorrow, you have a full week. Once the new releases drop, you have a full week to use that bad boy and get yourself some awesome deals. That is code SPOOKY. So when you are going to make a purchase, there is a coupon gift code thingamajig at the bottom of the checkout, and you can add it there. It'll save you an additional 3% off, and that again is courtesy of the fine folks at In Stock Trades, bringing it back. We were the OG ones, doing codes and all that fun stuff. Now everybody's doing that, and we thought, hey, we were the ones that started that whole shtick. Let's bring it back. So here we are. Is that in addition to using your loyalty discount? I will get back to you in a couple of minutes with that answer, because I literally learned about this a couple minutes ago before going live. I was not paying attention to today's chat, to our own private chat. So I need to clarify you on that, Peter. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the specifics are on that one.
Yeah.
But hey, you get an additional 3% off, so that's a pretty sweet deal. I mean, you're already getting close to 50% off, if not 50% off on new releases. So,
yo, of course, if there's an omnibus that you want and it's 50% off, now you get it for 53% off. That's ridiculous. You're not going to find that in any retail store.
Nah.
You find it at In Stock Trades. That's great. Thank you, guys. All right. If I take this off, I don't think you know what? I'm going to leave and come back in and see if that works. So, Lou, do me the honors and just ramble for a couple minutes. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I could do that. That's no problem. Oh, is it gone? Hey, okay. So yeah, Geo stepped out. What else am I reading? Right now, I'm currently reading Jeff Johns' Green Lantern run. Gabe and I are planning to do Blackest Night. I'm trying to catch up with that, and I'm trying to go ahead and knock that out. If not, then I'll just jump straight into Blackest Night, because Blackest Night is friggin' awesome. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Tasty Melon says, I read Night of the Living Cat. I thought it was going to be cute, too cute, but it was really good. I have never heard of that. James Abel asks, Lou, were you able to sign up for the DC Universe Infinite Ultra? No, I haven't signed up for that. $100 right now is kind of a little bit steep. Got a kid on the way and all that other stuff. So there are other expenses that need to be had. So, but once kind of things settle down, I do plan on signing up for it, just because you really can't beat that. $100, get everything a month after it came out or whatever it is. It's a steal, honestly. Let me see. Gabe is saying that he will be on soon, so I'm looking forward to that. Cleveland Brown says, what was cut out from the road? Is it about the cannibals? Yeah, there's one particular scene in the book. Well, there are several that, from what I've heard, have been cut out from the film, but that's normal stuff. You can't adapt 100% of everything from a book into a movie, because it just blow out the budget, and then at the same time it's kind of boring. If you do it just 1-to-1. I think that was one of the greatest flaws in some ways of Watchmen, despite the fact that I really enjoy that movie. I think Zack Snyder's version, yeah, you copied it and you changed the ending, but I don't know, there was still something missing there for me as far as that story. And not only that, I really don't think Watchmen. Hey,
I swear, this streaming thing, I hate it.
I was just talking about Watchmen. Not only, but I think that as much as I enjoyed that movie, I think that there was just a little bit of something in, I don't know. I personally love the Watchmen TV series. I think the Watchmen TV series was better than the Watchmen movie. I think the Watchmen TV series is. I'll go ahead and say it. It's my favorite comic book show of all time.
I dig both equally, so I'm good. But I agree, it's It's a fantastic series.
And the ending, I love that they left the ending ambiguous. I love that, and they haven't gone back to it. HBO, they could have easily gone back to that, and HBO could have gone like, let's make another season 2, please. Can we make another season 2?
No.
And they're just no, we don't have a story for it. That's just what we wanted to tell.
Yeah. The whole addressing the whole Tulsa thing was fantastic. Yes,
Beautiful.
That's a chapter of the nation's history that should never be forgotten, and it's great that the TV show addressed it.
Extremely tragic. And you know what's
Sorry, I'm butting in with a dinosaur.
That's
I apologize.
great.
We're talking about tragedy with Watchmen and Tulsa, and here I am with a freaking dinosaur. Okay, continue, please.
I think honestly the saddest part about that Tulsa situation is that nobody knew about it until the fucking Watchmen TV show. Nobody heard about it really.
Yeah.
Oh, the Tulsa, Oklahoma massacre.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I was like, this is a thing. I didn't know about this. They didn't teach this in school, or there wasn't any other kind of previous like documentaries or it wasn't like widely known, at least in my circle of influence and sphere of friends and stuff like that.
It was literally Black Wall Street, and they burned it down. It was terrible.
I mean, that's such a hey, Lionheart, good to see you, buddy. I mean, that's such a sad and like incredible story. Like just the circumstances around it and what was going on is just such a huge thing. And dude, it was like I'd rather learn more about that than stupid Christopher Columbus or something. Like that's definitely a gap in my education in terms of that, because that was so like local. That wasn't like, oh, did you hear about this thing that happened in Ireland like 25,000 years ago? No, it's like, remember, this happened like when I was in school, like 50, 60 years prior, more or less. It's crazy.
Yep.
So what's up, everybody? Glad to see everybody in. I saw you guys put up the code, huh?
There was a question regarding that, and I'm not up to date, and that's on me because I've been too busy to check the chat. Peter was asking if the loyalty discount can be used alongside the code. Do you know?
Typically, from previous experience, no, but it has happened where it does double stack the codes or the discounts sometimes. So
either way,
good luck.
3%. So
right. That's better than any other code out there.
Yeah, of course. Check it out and buy some stuff. You got a full week to use that bad boy. So go ahead.
Now, here's the question I got earlier about the dates. Does it end like midnight on October 25th or midnight October 25th turning into October 26th? So in other words, is this still good next Tuesday?
I see what you mean. I was under the impression it was going to last all throughout the 25th up until midnight.
That's typically how it works, I think. So,
yeah.
All right.
We'll find out next week.
Hell yeah.
Now, use it this week and get some cool stuff.
Oh, dude, there's some good stuff coming out this week and next week. Next week is my birthday, and there's some good stuff coming out next week that I want to. Awesome. So I hope we can use I hope it works, especially that loyalty discount. That happens, cool. If not, it is what it is. But it's still 3%, which is more than the loyalty discount.
Speaking of, Gabe, did you haul or read anything before
we
do previews?
And yes.
Go for it.
All right. So let me start with the big one first for everybody.
Oh, mama.
Oh, boy. Look at this monster. I got this is the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man Artist Edition. The moment that I saw that this was happening, I was like, I'm immediately pre-ordering this. Like, this has to be, as a 90s comic book fan, Todd McFarlane, like, this is This is right up my wheelhouse. This is right up inside my alley, whatever you want to put it. This is a must-have for somebody like me or anybody else that is a Todd McFarlane fan, an Amazing Spider-Man fan, an original art fan. I mean, this checks like so many like check boxes. So again, for people who might not know, this is the artist editions are color, even though it's black and white, they are still colored scans of, let me see if I can get this a little bit closer. This thing is freaking monsters. So sorry if this isn't the best, but what it is these are colored scans of the original pages from Todd McFarlane. So these are the original art pages, colored scan into this book. And this is his Spider-Man era of things. So it's Amazing Spider-Man. It's his own adjective-less Spider-Man. It has like Amazing Spider-Man 300 in here. So it's like the first Venom pages are in here. Awesome, beautiful stuff, man. IDW does these things. They've been doing these things. The Scott Dunbier is the originator, the editor, the guy that puts these together. And they've all been incredible ever since the very first one. I think the first one they did was the Dave Stevens Rocketeer one. But these things are just such an amazing, beautiful thing to take a look at. If you're an original art fan, or if you're just a fan of just comic books, like being able to have access to this is something that isn't obtainable. I mean, these pages, if you were to buy these pages, they are, they're five figures. Yeah. They're five-figure pages. These are all $100,000 pages, maybe a little bit less. Maybe it might be tens of thousands, but there's some stuff in here that's going to be like $250,000 pages and stuff like that. Yeah. So to be able to even see it, and they're scanned in here. This thing is so huge because it's the original size of the pages. Mm-hmm. And one interesting thing in here is during his Amazing Spider-Man run. Here's some stuff from issue 300. So this is, you can see that the page is in all this white empty space around here, because later on, because in his Amazing Spider-Man run, he was using normal sized paper, like 11 by 17 art pages, right? But then when he starts getting into his own thing and he starts taking control of Spider-Man as the writer and the artist, and it's all 100% Todd McFarlane vision, where he's doing the inks and the writing and everything. He does them on these extra large pages. So you get to see the artwork get larger and larger and larger. And you get to see Todd McFarlane's art change. I mean, it's all kind of circumstantial, but maybe for the better, because you get to see where inkers are inking him. And then to the point where I think there's only an artist inked them for maybe the first couple of issues of Amazing Spider-Man, and he starts inking himself. So you start really getting to see Todd McFarlane artwork. Because if you have an inker going over your pencils, it's more or less, inkers put in their own kind of embellishments and changes and things like that. But when you're the artist, you're the penciler and the inker, it's all 100% your work, your vision, your control. And you get to see that kind of stuff in here. And it's top notch. It's incredible stuff to look at. I like looking at these kinds of things with the comics, so you kind of compare and contrast how it looks. Details get lost as the images get shrunk down for comic book sizes. And it's just a really great research, beautiful thing to take a look at. It's things that outside of this entity, I can never own. I can never own a Todd McFarlane page. These pages are my house, things like that. So these are beautiful and awesome looking things to have. And the Todd McFarlane one, I mean, there's not much of a bigger name in 90s comics than Todd McFarlane, and to be able to have these artworks, awesome stuff. Love it. So cool. So cool.
Can you show another page? I want to try something out and see if we can full screen this.
This is literally probably for most of us, this is the most affordable way to get original art. It is the closest we will get to original pages.
Here's a double page spread of Spider-Man and Ghost Rider.
Yo, that's sick.
Yeah.
That's great.
Wow.
So, I mean, you just get to be able to spend time with the art. And these are things that were, I mean, originally, ideally, these things were not ever really meant to be seen by people. Like, artists drew them, sent them to Marvel, books got published, and that was it. And then the pages got sold off. So it's very rare to see artwork like this because people buy it and they store it up. Like I own a handful of art pages, and it's just hung up in my room. Right now it's, they're all kind of packed up in a different room in a closet, but these things just go away. Once they're bought, they're never seen again for the most part. So to be able to have this like that is really cool. William Lee, Gabe, do you also own the Jim Lee ones?
Drum roll, please.
I do have the DC one, and it is signed and sketched by Jim Lee.
Nice.
And again, 90s person, right? Can't go wrong with Jim Lee stuff. This is probably a little bit more in my wheelhouse, but the his X-Men stuff too. I got that one as well. So yeah, I do have them both. I don't think this is autographed. No, but and then this part is going to be kind of a double part. So it's going to be when I'm reading and what I also bought as well. So me and Lou have been talking. We did a really cool Patreon thing this weekend. I don't know if Lou already talked about it, but awesome stuff there on our Patreon. We did a video this week that was supposed to be about Vertigo comics and like the history of Vertigo because it's spooky Halloween season and stuff like that. And we ended up getting a bunch of people who joined in, and it ended up being like a really cool kind of hangout and discussion of comics and stuff like that. But we were talking a little bit. Yeah, there's our Patreon. So Patreon.
What's up, the ones that we've done so far, that one was probably my favorite last week. That was really
I think it was one of my favorites too for in a long time too. Just because we had a lot of people who showed up, who joined in. We usually get somebody who joins in, but they usually just kind of just listen into the conversation. But we had Ian and we had Hoonianverse who showed up and they were a part of the conversation. Like we were asking them questions and they went on about stuff. They asked us. So it was really cool and really fun. So our Patreon, it's Omnibros Live, patreon.com Omnibros Live. $1 if you want to do like a tip, if you want to just throw a couple bucks our way, cool. But if you want to do the hangout like this with the squares, you want to be a part of that. Once a month, Lou and I would do that. It'd be some kind of topic, or normally we just kind of shoot from the hip and just show up and see what happens. That's $5 a month. It's the Omnibros After Dark. Like we get into discussions that we can't really talk about here on the show because it's more private and it's not sponsored. So we can really go off and get nuts. Like it's BYOB, bring your own booze. It's a little bit of a party. People get kind of free and a little tipsy, and we end up having an awesome, cool time with all of that. So we were talking, and I was talking about how I'm going through Jeff Johns' Green Lantern run. So I end up getting book 1 and book 2, and I've been reading through that. So that's my reads and that's my haul as well. But these came in damaged from eBay, and the guy just refunded me. And I was thinking about I just wanted to send them back and get my money back. He was like, "Here, just keep them, and here's a refund." So, free comics, sweet.
What was it heavily damaged?
I don't know if I can really show, but like this top corner here is all crunched. The bottom corner here is crunched. This side's all crunched. I mean, it doesn't make it like unreadable, but I was like, I paid, this is more damage than, I'm usually okay with like damages like shelf wear and bends and things of the sorts like that. But these corners are so crunched that I was like, no, I can't, I'll just do this over again. Give me my money back and I'll go hunt them down somewhere else. Same with this one. It's the same kind of damage. You can see that these corners here are all bent in and damaged. Same up here. Like nothing crazy. Like they're still readable. I've been reading them no problem, but I just didn't want them to have them in this condition. And the guy was just like, "Yeah, sorry about that. That sucks. Here's your money back. Just keep everything." And I was like, "All right, well, cool."
Okay.
So
free books,
great books, free books, and great stuff, man. It's been a while since I read Jeff Johns' Green Lantern run, and the first story arc in Volume 1 is that Green Lantern Rebirth. And while it's 100% there just to kind of just crap on Kyle Rayner, like my favorite Green Lantern, the Green Lantern that I was reading when it happened, because that's when I was getting into Green Lantern. To me, Green Lantern was Kyle Rayner, and Hal Jordan was always a psychopathic mass murderer, genocide, psycho crazy person, right? But then Rebirth, just Jeff Johns just came in and was like, "Here's how I'm going to fix everything and bring everything back," without really, it doesn't take anything away from Kyle, but there's a lot of jabs that characters say or do towards Kyle. So it's really like people jabbing at Kyle. It's not really quite just Jeff Johns, but I'm sure he just kind of inputting some of his own information, his own thoughts in there. But it's just like, hey, Hal Jordan went crazy because the yellow impurity was actually a entity. It was this demon spirit that possessed him that was housed into the central Green Lantern battery, and that's why there was a yellow impurity, and that's why this was going on, and this is why Hal had silver hair and everything. It just explained everything, retconned everything without just being like one of those retcons where it's like, just pretend it didn't happen. We're just going to ignore that, or we're just going to reboot everything.
And it works.
Jeff Johns did a great job of just like, it happened, I'm going to explain it, and it's not. And he explains it in such a way where it's not just, oh, this is just daunting. It just sounds like some college professor just showing off on all the information he knows and how smart he is with Green Lantern and DC continuity. It didn't feel like that. It was that, but it wasn't like talking down to you or boring or ununderstandable or anything like that. I was like, I'm in. I get it. Cool. There was a yellow impurity, and that's because of the fear, and the fear is actually a creature that's stored in the battery and it's been there forever, and that's why Kyle didn't have any yellow impurity issues, and his ring worked on the yellow because the parallax was inside Hal, and Hal was doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And it's also the whole explanation of Hal being Spectre and that relationship between him being Spectre. It's fantastic. Like this is, and I've been saying it like on the Patreon show and stuff like that. Jeff Johns' run is like one of the only essential runs of Green Lantern. I mean, somebody mentioned Neil Adams and Denny O'Neil. Yes. But that was like, what was that? Maybe like a 12-issue run, if that. This Green Lantern by Jeff Johns, it went on for like 60 plus issues. It brought us Blackest Night. It gave us all the emotional spectrum and all that stuff. And now that I'm already kind of past that and I know about that stuff already, going back and reading it, you're like, dude, he was planning this from the beginning. Like he's dropping hints about emotional spectrums from the beginning and different colored lanterns from the beginning, and plugging in Black Hand as being the catalyst of the Black Lanterns and him being crazy messed up, and everything just kind of falls into place. But you don't really realize that until you've already read it, and then you come back and you read it again. You're like, God, he just really had this all mapped out. Like he wasn't winging it. Like he wasn't, just trying to make things work and forcing pieces in. It's all laid out from the beginning. So fantastic stuff. I can't wait to keep going on with this. I've said it before. Jeff Johns at that time, it was him and Bendis were like the top-notch writers at the time for comic books. And I can see it. That's why I'm trying to remember and get more into that nostalgia of that's why he was so great and so fantastic, is the stuff that he was doing during his Green Lantern run. So great.
I'll do you one better. I will go and say that nobody has touched the level of the run that Johns and Bendis had during that era. Nobody since then has touched. When you think about the quality of the books, the amount of books, I don't think anybody's. Tom Taylor arguably has come close. Donny Cates has come close, but nobody's ever knocked it out of the park, at least recently, as much as Jeff Johns and Bendis have during that time.
Oh, no way. Dude, that was such a everything they wrote, and they were all writing like multiple books at the time.
Yeah.
Like Blackest Night, Green Lantern, Flash. Jeff Johns was killing it all the time. And Bendis was the backbone of Marvel Comics for over a decade. So that was such an incredible time for books at that time. Yeah. Really loved it. I'm glad to go back to it.
Bendis and Jeff Johns had the keys to Marvel and DC at the time, and they just had the golden touch. Whatever they were putting out consistently, fantastic fucking work. And I still think, this is just my 2 cents. Had Jeff Johns not gotten so bogged down with the TV and movie stuff, I still think he would still be crushing it. I have not read his Image stuff. I've heard it's really good. Mm-hmm. Three Jokers was, But I think had he not gotten bogged down with all that TV and movie stuff, I think he'd still be crushing it.
I think so too. I think, you can only be spread so thin, and you can only flex so many muscles, and have so many different changes before things kind of go awry. And nobody's batting 1,000. You know, for every Doomsday Clock or for every 3 Jokers we get, it's still like, hey, he did Flash, he did this Green Lantern run, he did JSA, he did Blackest Night. Like, look what he did. Look how he changed DC. Look how he progressed and made Green Lantern relevant again. Like, he was completely an irrelevant. Nobody cared about Green Lantern character until this run. I mean, at least in my eyes. And again, as much as I love Kyle Rayner, that run had its moments, but it wasn't solid as much as like this 60 issue run or whatever that Jeff Johns did, including with things like Blackest Night, bringing us the Spectrum, bringing us Black Lanterns, White Lanterns, and things like that. Love Johns is unnamed. Yeah, Johns and Gary Frank are such a good team.
Yeah, the Batman stuff that they were doing. The Year One.
Yeah, that's another great stuff. Earth One. 3 volumes of Earth One. I'm gonna read his JSA stuff. I never read his JSA stuff because those Omnis were so out of print for a while. I know there's like thick trade paperbacks, kind of like these guys. So I'm gonna try and hunt these down. I want to hunt down the rest of that Flash, but that Flash run, I was reading that too. It's good, but it's not this Green Lantern run. Like, this Green Lantern run is just out of the park.
It's different from the rest.
Yeah, it's definitely. You can see. I know he loves Flash as much as he does, and he brought back Barry and everything. But when he did that with Green Lantern and with Hal, it's like, oh, this is a game changer. So that's been my experience and been what I've been reading.
Just read the names up in here. Let's see that Inhumans Omni. Well, I wish I had it and can show it off, but it doesn't exist yet. So, sorry.
So that's it for me. That's my reads and my holes.
Great. Let's do previews. Lots of interesting stuff coming out.
And still, as you bring up the preview stuff, let me keep babbling on. It's still a shame, just a damn shame with the DCU movies that we still haven't gotten anything Green Lantern related. I mean, there was that one Green Lantern that you saw, I think it was in Justice League, that died or whatever, but we should have had Blackest Night as like a movie by now with the way these things are going. Hopefully now with The Rock being in charge of everything and seems to really have that strong arm over, because he walked into DC and was like, we're doing it this way and I'm going to be a part of it and we're going to keep going. We're going to make this the best and all that. I'm hoping that leads to more, and we need to have a Green Lantern. I know there's like a Green Lantern HBO Max series in the works, but it's hope. Let's hope. Because that Green Lantern animated series that came out like after all of this stuff was out is phenomenal too. So
wait, is Black Adam this week?
It's the 21st. Is that this
21st.
week?
Oh
This
shit! I didn't know Black Adam was this week. Oh, I gotta go see that this weekend. That's
I'm excited for it. Please, nobody spoil. I anticipated me this year, superhero wise. So everybody, calm down.
Schmotlock in the chat says,
without giving it away, I just love The Rock as like, yep, this is the post-credit scene. And I'm just like, dude, you really just gave it away?
Yeah, he's been spoiling everything. Like he's just that deep involved. And I think that's what the DC movies needed, was for there to be like that linchpin person. You know, like Marvel has Feige. DC doesn't have anybody like that, but it could be The Rock. Like he could be just the guy that goes, you know what,
he brings in that hype.
He brings in that hype. He brings in that passion that he has for this. So, I mean, we got Dr. Fate coming in. We got Atom Smasher and Hawkman.
I've heard Dr. Fate is the best part of the movie, and that just made
me that was obvious from day one. Like Dr. Fate,
that just made me so happy when I read that. I was like, yes.
And I'm just hoping that opens up for more JSA characters like the Spectre, things like that. So
can you imagine a Spectre Halloween-ish like spooky movie? That'd be great.
Oh God, that'd be great. Like we've talked about it all the time, Gio. I don't know if you ever got Jess around to watching it, but that DC animated Spectre movie is one of the best things that I've seen in years.
So speaking of DC, while you guys continue talking about that, a bunch of cool stuff coming out. Aquaman, Green Arrow, Deep Target, the 7-issue run from Brandon Thomas and Ronan Cliquette. Hope I said that right. Probably not. But still, it's pretty cool. Hey, Aquaman, miniseries. Okay. I don't know why he's teaming up with Green Arrow, but let's go with that.
Because they both hold pointy things.
Yeah. The Batman Hush 20th Anniversary Edition hardcover is coming out, collecting all the issues from the regular edition. So this is just going to be a reprint with the 20th anniversary thing down below, and it also includes an all-new, never-before-seen 5-page story by Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee.
Also, for those, it's a standard edition hardcover. It's not oversized. Fair warning for those of you who care.
Broke out the Buffalo Bill voice.
I got to break out the Buffalo Bill voice when I talk about the complaining fans about things.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's a standard size. DC doesn't care. How's DC doing that? I don't get it. I want oversized. Everything needs to be an OHC or an absolute.
Speaking of,
I'll just wait for the omnibus.
We're getting the Black Adam box set. I do like that, even though it's movie, the box set has movie art, it's concept art by Jim Lee. So I think it looks really cool. This has 3 trade paperbacks with comics that inspired the Black Adam movie. You're getting Black Adam JSA, Black Reign, Black Adam Rise and Fall of an Empire, and a new collection of Black Adam's epic journey from 52.
I didn't know there was that much Black Adam material to even put together. Like, I mean, he's never really had his own series.
Yeah. I do recommend the New 52 rebooted origin from Jeff Johns. That's very accessible for new fans to check out, with Gary Frank on art. Wonderful stuff. The other stuff that's coming out includes a lot of single issues, obviously. Where is this? Oh, here it is, of course. The Doom Patrol by Rachel Pollack Omnibus hardcover. First ever collection of a run collecting Doom Patrol 64 to 87, Doom Patrol Annual number 2, and a story from Vertigo Jam number 1. A lot of people are excited for this, and it's the first time that's been collected. That's awesome. There you go.
That's another blind spot for me, is Grant Morrison's Doom Patrol that I want to check out.
I've only read a little bit of it, so I'm not super knowledgeable when it comes to Doom Patrol. But I do know this one is highly regarded. So
I love the Brian Boland art on that cover, dude.
This I just thought was funny. I have no idea what this is. This is not a curse word. This is F*CK off squad. So there you go.
We sure that's not a curse word?
No, because it's missing the U. So it's off squad. Fables, and you got the Flash, Flashpoint, yada yada. There was something else here. Oh, yes, this thing. Green Lantern Alliance. This is a sequel from the previous YA Green Lantern book, which is pretty cool. I like that they're continuing that little pocket universe, if you will. That's awesome.
Pretty cool for $10.
Yeah. New Teen Titans Omnibus hardcover volume 1 2022 edition. So
they're reprinting that. Cool.
Yeah, just a reprint, but still fantastic material. Classic Marv Wolfman and George Perez. And over here we do have another reprint. Here it is, Wonder Woman by George Perez, Omnibus hardcover, a reprint of the first one. So if you don't own this, now's your chance to own a classic run from Wonder Woman. And Refrigerator Full of Heads by a bunch of people. Rio Yours, I butchered that, Tom Fowler, and a bunch of other creators, collecting issues 1 through 6. The follow-up to Hill House.
I thought it was a follow-up to A Basket Full of Heads. I thought there was a book called Basket Full of Heads.
Basket Full of Heads, sorry. The follow-up to Hill House, Basket Full of Heads, sorry.
Oh, okay. So I was right.
Yeah. So if you're a fan of that, be sure to pick up Refrigerator Full of Heads.
So according to Smotlock in the chat, DC canceled New Teen Titans Omnibus Volume 6.
I love that they canceled that and are still putting out Volume 1.
Yeah.
Just to rub it in people's faces. Like, you're not getting the new one, but here, Volume 1 again.
To disappoint more people when they're like, oh, right, I can't wait to get all of this in omnibus format. Oh, wait, Volume 6 doesn't exist?
No.
Craptacular.
From the rest of the publishers, Image Comics gunning for Ramirez Volume 2.
No, James, his girlfriend is a part of the Refrigerator Full of Heads.
Get it right here.
I see what you did there.
He's talking about Kyle Rayner. He's asking Kyle Rayner was a part of the Refrigerator Full of Heads.
Boom Studios, all new Firefly Gospel According to Jane hardcover, Volume 1, and I'm Still Alive, an original graphic novel in hardcover format. From the folks at Dark Horse, you got Blackwood Library Edition, Critical Role Tales of Exandria, Volume 1, Bright Queen. You got the Stranger Things Omnibus, After School Adventures, and When Everything Turned Blue, another hardcover. From IDW, you got another big release. You got Bloom County Library softcover book, Volume 1, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Compendium, Volume 1. A lot of people are excited for this one.
Wow.
Can you click on that, Jill, please? I'm just curious about what's in it and stuff. Because I have the oversized, I got the oversized hardcovers.
This collection of Mirage Studios issues 1 through 7 and 9 through 14, the Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Leonardo micro series one-shots, Fugitoid number 1, and Tales of TMNT 1 through 5.
What's wrong with issue 8? Why is issue 8 missing? I wonder if anybody in the chat knows.
Maybe it's a crossover or a rights issue or something.
Yeah, that's kind of weird that they would omit issue 8.
Yeah.
I think it could be a crossover issue that they don't want to put out or something.
I would feel it's incomplete, to be honest with you.
So it's not the best compendium. Sorry.
No, it's not. And I'm sure the Omnibus Collector group will have 3 posts by tomorrow morning saying, why is issue 8 not there?
From Marvel Comics, Avengers by Jason Aaron, hardcover, Volume 3. This one, I think, will be standard hardcover. Yeah, issues 22.
James Abel says issue 8 had Cerberus, so that makes sense.
Is Jason Aaron done with Avengers? Because I'm ready for somebody new.
He finished.
He just, I think his last issues are either out or about to come out. He's transitioning off of that into I think another Image series or something.
Cool. Yeah, because I'm ready for new blood for that. Honestly, I haven't heard great things about this run, unfortunately.
Yeah. These 2 Black Panther Omnis already came out. These are just specific covers that I think were not out originally when they were solicited or whatever through previews and Diamond. Dark Ages trade paperback and Fantastic Four Epic Collection Mystery Black Panther new version or new edition.
Oh, that's a stupid Epic Collection thing. Dang it! I thought that was finally the fourth and final Jonathan Hickman complete collection.
It has the image from Stegman, so I thought it was that, but apparently it's not. Epic Collection, Mystery Black Panther, collecting Fantastic Four 52 to 67, and annuals 4 and 5. So yeah, it's not. That sucks. I mean, good if you're collecting that, but I thought, like Gabe said, I thought it was the Hickman stuff. Hulk versus Thor, Banner of War. The Illuminati trade paperback, Incredible Hulk Epic Collection, and now Wolverine, or now the Wolverine. Sorry,
that's the one to get if you guys want a copy of a Hulk 181 for super cheap.
Yep. Miracle Man, Book 1, Golden Age. from Neil Gaiman. Savage Sword of Conan, Marvel Years Omnibus Volume 8.
Damn, I didn't know they came out with 8 of those things. Wow.
And it has a DM variant. Here's the cover for that. Pretty cool. Star Wars Darth Vader by Greg Pak. Crimson Reign. This is Volume 4. We're also getting Trials of X Volume 1 and the Young Avengers Omnibus.
These are the books to get.
I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. I used to have this in standard hardcover and loved it. Great run.
Is it both series? Is it Young Avengers and Children's Crusade?
Yeah, Children's Crusade is in the. Let me read it off the paragraph here. The Young Avengers Omnibus contains issues 1 through 12, the Avengers Special Number 1, Children's Crusade 1 through 9, and Children's Crusade Young Avengers, and material from Uncanny X-Men 526.
That DM cover is beautiful.
I would.
This is when I fell in love with Jim Chong. I was like, who is
Same.
this guy? This guy is amazing.
I would get
just because he has a Doctor Doom. The DM has the Doctor Doom on it, and he draws the best Doctor Doom.
Oh, for sure. The other section here.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to read off the manga. Don't worry.
No, I'm not saying uh-oh because of that. I'm saying uh-oh because of everybody's favorite lollipop sucking comic book character guy here.
Wow, I wish Jess was here for this.
Yeah, exactly.
Herbie, our pal Herbie. Classic moment in Omnibros history. 1914 through 1919 through eyes of Fortunino Montania. Probably butchered that. Don't worry about it. Adventures of Team Palm, The Last Doo-Doo, Volume 2.
The last doo-doo is when you die, right?
Right. Agekutsu Out of Office. Akkad Volume 2. So it's the full run is out. More manga. Apple Black Volume 2.
Are you guys going over manga on Thursday? Is it the manga slits this week for you guys, or?
We covered that, I believe, 2 weeks ago, I think.
No.
I wasn't on the episode, but Riley did cover all the October releases. Apple Black, Arden High, Volume 1, 12th Great Night. Bear With Me hardcover. The Big Bang Theory Definitive Inside Story hardcover. Jesus. Okay.
No, God.
No, thank you.
No.
Bipolar Bear and Terrible, Horrible, No Good Health Insurance. That's relevant.
I like Big Bang Theory.
Bobo and Pup, funny book. These are all manga. Casagrandes, A Friend and Family, hardcover and softcover. By the way, if you guys are wondering, Candy and Cigarettes, it's a neo-noir revenge thriller, and it's a 11-year-old master assassin teaming up with a cop.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's why it says Candy and Cigarettes.
Because the 11-year-old is smoking cigarettes.
I'm getting too
drip.
Or having cigarettes put out on her back by her dad.
Oh my god. I'll have to get back.
Memories.
I do want to check it out.
You just took me back.
Get back to you on that one.
You just took me back to 3rd grade, Gabe. Thank you.
If you guys are fans of Beastars, I do recommend Drip from the same author, Paru Itagaki.
Got to get that new drip, son.
It's sex horror rom-com mix-up. It's
What's that Clive Barker Dark World thing with Pinhead on the cover?
This has the first book to shed light on the massive scope of Barker's creative work. With the help of Barker himself, this book contains exclusive insight from those who have worked with him creatively and professionally, alongside analysis of his works and comments over 4 decades, from industry contemporaries and friends such as Ramsey Campbell, Quentin Tarantino, Neil Gaiman, so on and so forth. A bunch of celebrities.
One of those
This
books.
sounds cool.
Yeah, I love Pinhead. We'll talk more about Pinhead on Wednesday for sure when we talk about our favorite spooky movies and stuff. But yeah, that's cool.
Frizzy hardcover from First Second. More manga over here. Oh, Horizon Zero Dawn. This is Peach Momoko, the poster portfolio for that series. So that's going to look great.
Peach Momoko? Peach Malbooger.
That's another manga. Sorry. It Took Luke from Oni Press. So it looks pretty interesting. Judge Dredd Complete Case Files Volume 40.
Holy moly.
Claw hardcover Volume 4 Cycle Reborn from Magnetic Press. Lucky Luke Volume 81 Hanged Man's Rope and Other Stories. The Matrix 20th Anniversary Deluxe Edition hardcover. It's coming out, a new printing.
That's a reprint. I didn't realize that thing was like going for stupid money at one point.
Yeah.
Love that book. If you're a fan of Matrix, like the actual Matrix movie and like the Animatrix and stuff like that, yeah, it's more of that kind of really cool. So there's stuff written in there by Neil Gaiman. You get a lot of really cool stuff in that Matrix book. Jeff Darrow does work in there.
Dave Gibbons,
Wachowski's do work in there. Yep.
Mavericks and Lunatics, Icons of Underground Comics, hardcover from Fantagraphics. Over here, let's see, anything worthwhile. A bunch of other manga. Another fantastic book by Shigeru Mizuki, Onward Towards Our Noble Death. Highly recommend that one. PTSD Radio. This is a horror manga. So if you guys want a spooky book with really grotesque images, check out PTSD Radio. Finally coming out physically. The Showa books that I talked about last week, the other 3 are coming out. As you can see, they're divided by years, 1926, all the way up to 1989. You got another Soul Eater book, more manga, and yeah, that's about it.
Not a bad week in terms of just like Marvel, DC, mainstream stuff. There's some good stuff.
A lot of cool stuff for sure. I can guarantee some of the Marvel books will be discounted 50% off, and I'm pretty sure some of the DC stuff as well will be on the deals of the week. So you got to check out In-Stock Trades tomorrow.
And use the Omnibros discount code of Spooky, and you get an extra 3% off all that cool stuff. Right?
Wait, I got it. There we go.
Got it. Oh, this is so cool.
Spooky. Use it in the code, or use the code in the checkout box thingamajig, and save an additional 3% off starting tomorrow, all the way up to next Tuesday on the 25th.
Schmotlock, if you like Steve Scroke's work on Matrix, you need to pick up that Art of Matrix book that came out like in 2000, 2001. It's all Steve Scroke's like storyboards and Jeff Darrow's character designs, and it's beautiful. I love it. It's one of my favorite books in my collection.
The collector sold that for $90.
As much as I love The Matrix, I've still never read those comics.
They're worth it. They're just some good stuff. Like the Neil Gaiman stuff is all about aliens. So like in the canon world of Matrix, there's aliens. So
okay,
a lot of cool stuff. Like the first story is it kind of tells you the creation of the Matrix and how like the robots first started to evolve, and one of them kills one of his owners, and that starts the whole like robotic like laws and Sokovian things and stuff like that. And how that just kind of escalated to us blacking out the sun and all that kind of stuff. So it's really good. And that's all done by Jeff Darrow. So Jeff Darrow is amazing.
We had a bit of that in the Animatrix movie where they explained the backstory.
I really like the Animatrix movie. I know a lot of people don't care for it. I enjoy the hell out of it.
That was great. I'd love it.
Oh, yeah. All the Animatrix stuff is great. I mean, it's a what is it called? But it's just a bunch of different stories, right? And an anthology. So there's going to be hit and misses, and everybody's going to like something different and things like that. But there's some really cool stuff in there. Yeah. A lot of it leads into like a video game, and the video game leads back into the movie. I mean, it's all connected and really cool stuff too.
The rights to Conan go into public domain in a few years. Yeah, Marvel's definitely cranking those out as fast as they can before they go back to public domain or whatever.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Conan being a horror movie character like they did Winnie the Pooh recently.
Oh, you know that's going to happen eventually. Yeah. But you
I
know
mean,
what's
if
going to
Marvel can
happen?
bring him into Savage Avengers, I mean, he's already kind of getting, spread apart, right? So come on.
Speaking of spreading apart, you
Whoa.
got to spread apart the competition and head on over to our website sponsor. That's instocktrades.com, your home for all things collected editions, where you can get your omnibus, trade paperbacks, hardcovers, manga, box sets, and so much more with great discounts up to 50% off in some cases. Loyalty discounts tack on an extra 2% to that. And if you order on a week by week basis, well, you get that discount. Fantastic customer service, wonderful packaging. That's instocktrades.com, the official sponsor of Omnibros Live here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. Shout out to IST. Go check them out, guys. Tomorrow, noon Eastern Standard Time, new books dropping. And of course, once again, use code SPOOKY all throughout this week so you can save an additional 3% off, which is awesome. There you go.
Yeah, thanks again to IST for bringing that back for us. We were missing that for a little bit.
Yep, definitely.
Yep.
So, any other questions that you guys might have in the chat? We've got a couple minutes. Be happy to answer any of this.
Yeah, apparently, like this is a big month for Omnis. Like this is another like Omni apocalypse. Like people are gonna get nailed this month.
A lot of great books coming out between that. By the way, sorry, man, I'll read the full comment. This fall season has been insane for anything media related, and I'm happy and mad at the same time. Take a look at all the book releases, insane. Take a look at all the video game stuff coming out, insane. Take a look at all the anime and manga, bonkers. I can't keep up. It's honestly a little frustrating at times.
Yeah, it's gonna be a weird shopping season because
oh my gosh, yeah.
So many of these like bigger box stores and stuff we're talking about, like they've just been overstocked on stuff. Like they just went super crazy and was buying a bunch of stuff. So I guess a bunch of overstock everywhere. So I was reading on some articles that they're expecting to be like a lot of sales, especially leading up more into the Christmas time and the holidays. So
wow,
it's getting there. It's gonna be crazy.
Did any of you guys see the movie Smile? I haven't.
Nope. Haven't. We haven't been going to the movie theaters lately. It's just been kind of inconvenient. I will probably end up seeing Black Adam this weekend, though, just because we'll end up talking about it eventually.
No, I'm definitely going to see Black Adam this weekend. Stuff probably got pushed back due to shortages. That, or it's holiday season. Like everybody's getting ready for that. I mean, there's already Christmas stuff at some stores that I've been to. Halloween stuff was getting released like the last week of August. Like they're really starting stuff off early, more and more and more and more and more and more. So this year, maybe, things are kind of getting back to regular ideas. So it's really kind of getting people back in the stores and stuff coming up soon and buying and things like that. We'll see. But a lot of stuff coming out.
Yeah. The local Walmart that I frequent, they had Halloween decorations, and then they started putting up the Christmas stuff already. So now they created a mashup, and they've got Nightmare Before Christmas decorations. And I'm like, well, that's a good middle ground, I guess. So
it's a good transition between both of those holiday seasons.
I walk in, and there's freaking Jack Skellington with the Christmas hat on. I'm like, yeah, whatever. It checks out.
It's really a Halloween movie, though. It's a Halloween movie.
We're just going to skip Thanksgiving, altogether.
Thanksgiving is just a redheaded stepchild of holidays. It's my favorite holiday. I mean, I like Halloween a lot, but I love Thanksgiving too. But most people rather spend Thanksgiving sleeping on the concrete outside of a Best Buy to get a TV or something.
And those TVs they get are mostly shitty. It's true.
It is, yeah. It's like, oh, look, it's 1080p. That's nice. Wow.
Those TVs you get in the aisles at Best. Okay, Jesus. Here's a pro tip. Those TVs you get in the aisles at Best Buy for Black Friday and Walmart that you think are fucking a great deals. You're getting a 55-inch or a 65-inch 4K. I don't even fucking know. Hensing Pointang, like some fucking off-brand Japanese, Chinese brand that you think is amazing, they are fucking terrible TVs. They are garbage. And they are literally put there for that reason.
Overstock, they're going to sell it, put a good price on it, people go nuts.
Yeah, they're garbage TVs, honestly.
Comic Z Master's got a good question. Do I need to read the upcoming Miracle Man Omnibus before the Neil hardcovers? Are you referring to the Golden Age stuff that we were talking about today for releases? Or you mean like the newer Neil Gaiman stuff? Because either way, the Alan Moore stuff is a must read for anything to do with Miracle Man. And I think that omnibus is coming out soonish, right? So that one is a must read. So it's Alan Moore stuff, and then it leads into the Neil Gaiman stuff, I believe. So I would definitely check out the Alan Moore omnibus stuff first, for sure.
That Miracle Man omnibus comes out October 25th.
Oh, so it's next week. Oh, sweet.
Yeah. And
I already have that pre-ordered. I cannot wait for it. Dude, I've been waiting for that omnibus since, like, God, 2006. I think when Marvel first announced that they had the rights to Miracle Man, but really didn't, I guess. And they were putting out all that original Miracle Man stuff in single issues and like little hardcovers and stuff like that. And then it just kind of just disappeared and went away. And now we finally got it. I'm in for it. Raphael, yeah, there you go. I was going to click on that one too. Super Sons animated movie releases tomorrow. I'll buy this one.
Nice.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
Let us know if you like it.
I'm in for it. I'm going to check it out. I love Super Sons. I love it and I hate it. I love it because it's amazing. It's some of the best stuff that DC has done recently, and I hate it because we can't get any more because Jonathan got aged
too short. Yeah. They should have prolonged the puberty for Superboy.
Or just made it where, like, I don't know, like older Superboy, came from the future, and you can get both. So if you want adventures of older teenage Superboy, then you can. If you want stuff of Super Son, still you can. But they completely took that away.
I think they fucked that up. They completely. Just keep them young.
It's going to be awkward when the movie and people catch on and they like the Super Sons, and then DC realizes, like, oh, we can't put out any comic about the Super Sons anymore because they're all grown up.
Yeah, I mean they're on the ball about releasing Black Adam stuff as the movie gets released, but
yeah,
I mean, granted, Super Sons isn't like a theatrical, multi-million dollar, $100 million budget movie or whatever, but still, it'd be nice. It's going to happen. Someone's going to watch that movie, but I want more of this, and you'd be like, sorry, dude, Jonathan is like 15 now and has his own adventures and doing his own thing, not with Damian.
They just canceled the book too.
Yeah. I thought he canceled the Robin book.
Oh, Robin was the one that canceled.
No, Tom Taylor Superman. They put the axe on it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
18 issues, which is not bad these days. Not bad at all.
Lou, what is the best gaming TV brand in your opinion?
There is so much more that goes into it than just that, man. The long and the real sweet. Sorry, I'm running on like a few hours of sleep. I'm exhausted.
Don't worry.
Bottom line is, I think for me, LG. I have an LG OLED in my living room. I have a 77-inch C1 OLED, and it is the best TV I've ever owned. Some people will argue Sony's better. Some people will say that Samsung is better because they've got QLED and all that stuff. But I will never go back to a regular TV after having an OLED. I just can't. It's fucking amazing. It looks incredible.
I need to get a 5K or a 4K player. I got a 4K TV, but I don't have a 4K player. I thought my PS4 was 4K, but it's not. It's only for games. Yeah, I don't want to get a PS5 because they're impossible to find. It's getting expensive.
Well, if you're just going to watch 4K movies, I would recommend a 4K player and not the PlayStation 5. You're going to get better quality from the player, not the gaming stuff.
Right. Something more dedicated to that.
Yeah. A couple more questions before we wrap up, or at least I got to bounce in a couple minutes.
What's your guys' least favorite Halloween candy?
Oh, candy corn. That's easy.
What?
Candy corn's okay.
Candy corn is
Candy
garbage.
corn's amazing.
Oh, it's terrible.
I will die on this hill. It is extremely underrated. No, not underrated.
It's hated on for no reason.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
It is
it's just
oh no.
it's a
Oh,
meme onto itself, and people just hate on it.
No, I've always hated candy corn. I just can't stand the
I
taste of it.
love candy corn.
Ugh.
The worst
You
Halloween
guys-
candy to get is pennies.
Or the one I dislike is the one that's shaped like a peanut, like the circus peanut, and they're
Circus
marshmallows,
peanuts. Yeah.
and they taste like banana for some reason.
Ugh.
I don't know what's up with that.
Banana flavored anything is disgusting. Other than banana flavored bananas.
The hot spicy candy tamale thing is
Oh.
also horrible.
You don't like
Spicy
banana
tamales or
wait,
hot
you don't
tamales?
You don't like banana splits, Gabe?
That's different. That's actually a banana.
Mm.
But like banana, like now and later, or banana like suckers, or banana anything that's like artificially banana flavored is horrible for me.
Sweetie, what's your least favorite Halloween candy?
I think it's those generic like black and orange candies. I
Candy
don't know what they
corn.
are.
See, this is why me and my wife are married. Candy corn.
No, you guys supposed to have like disagreements. Be like, no, candy corn's great.
Oh, no, candy corn is horrible.
What's terrible is I don't know,
They say they love it.
cowtails.
We tried Mexican candy a few weeks ago. That stuff is delicious. Oh my
Mexican
God.
candy, I mean, all that stuff that's just in like Lucas, that's just in like that's lead covered spicy stuff, like spicy melons and plums.
Dude, it's so good.
Oh no way, dude!
love
I
it.
remember once on I think it's probably junior high. I was taking a bus to school, and this hot chick that I liked had some of that Mexican candy, and I only ate it because she offered it to me, and I had to like hide my mouth and spit it on the floor. It's horrible.
We got the sour belts. They are delicious. They have like a tahini on it, and the gushers are great too. Oh my God.
What do you
Tootsie
think?
Rolls are just the worst candy in general. Like
Worst?
every holiday season.
Tootsie Rolls
Good
are
and
garbage.
Plenty, licorice, Tootsie Rolls, Mary Jane's, Smarties, Wax Cola.
Who hates
Bar,
Smarties?
Smarties are disgusting.
No
Progress-
way, man. That's like the only reason to go to grandma's house because she's got like that tin full of Smarties.
Necco wafers, peanut butter kisses, candy corn, and there we go, circus peanuts. I hate circus peanuts.
Circus peanuts are disgusting. Does anybody know the origin of that strawberry candy that every grandmother has? Like,
Oh, the one that's in the strawberry like wrapper? The
Yeah.
strawberry? I love that stuff, dude.
But where does it come from? Do you get it with your AARP card or
I
something?
think that's what it is. It's like a special grandma store where it's like that and and like knitting supplies and stuff like that. I don't know.
That one?
Yeah.
That's the one. That stuff is. I don't like the taste of it. At all.
And what I think it is, I think it's like when you turn like 65, they give you a bag full of them, and that's it. And you have to just kind of like ration it out because my grandmother had the same tin full of those things for like 20 years.
It's like a kid. Once you reach a certain age, like here's your card and here's the bag of part of your kit.
Yeah.
I will admit I never liked licorice until my wife took me to a store out here in St. Augustine, and they do the licorice there, and they have different flavors and stuff like that. It's actually pretty good.
The only kind of good black licorice is Jägermeister.
Oh,
I would take the licorice and I would bite off the ends, and I would use it as a straw in my soda.
that was taffy. Yeah, it was taffy. How do you guys feel about Airheads?
Airheads are good.
They're good,
Airheads, yeah, good. Airhead, are good.
I mean,
I
it's
like
just it's like Starburst. There's always like those good flavors, always like the mystery flavors or something like that. And there's always like the junky ones.
Anybody Warhead fans here? I
Yeah.
used to love Warheads.
There's an energy drink out there called Ghost, and it tastes like Warheads, which is pretty cool. I don't even know what Mary Janes are. Like that's a new one for me.
Best Halloween candies of all time. Do that real quick.
All right, best Halloween candies of all time.
Smarties, Airheads, Jolly Ranchers, Sour Patch Kids, Runts, Blow Pops, Whoppers. Oh, I love Whoppers.
Whoppers
Milk
are so
Duds, Milky Way.
I don't like Milk Duds. Those get stuck in my teeth like crazy.
Nerds. Nerds is an institution. Skittles, Payday, the gummies.
Paydays are gross.
I've never had one.
Oh, dude, it's just like like you open the wrapper and it's just salt.
Yeah.
It's like the saltiest candy I've ever had.
Junior Mints, Twizzlers, Baby Ruth, M&M's, Tootsie Rolls.
I don't like
Heat.
Twizzlers. I don't like
The hell's-
Twizzlers at all.
No, me neither. Starburst, Hershey's.
Again,
Bars.
Starburst depends on the color. You know, those yellow ones, you can go give those to someone's like some poor kid or something. I don't want them. Give me the pink.
Gabe just throws them at homeless people and watch them fight for the yellow ones.
Hershey's Bars, Reese's Pieces, Nestle Crunch, Mr. Good Bar, 100 grand, Butterfinger. Oh, here's the top 5: Butterfinger, Kit Kat, Snickers, Twix, and number 1. What do you guys think will be number 1?
Oh, it's Reese's. It's like the number 1 candy, period.
Peanut butter cups. Yeah, it's probably the peanut butter cups.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Oh my god, yeah, I could kill about eight Reese's peanut butter cups back to back.
Oh, dude, I bought that bag of like Reese's cups straight from the factory. Like they were like factory made like ones, and they were fantastic, dude. I murdered those, dude. That was a bad idea.
Yeah, those are dangerous in the house.
No Abba Zabbas on here? Come on. Flavored Tootsie Rolls? Those are all right. I've had flavored Tootsie Rolls.
Yeah. I mean,
The only other, I mean, I don't even know if you can call Tootsie Rolls chocolate. That's more like crap. Like, Tootsie Rolls are literally like the industrial runoff of a candy factory that makes better candy.
Did you ever do a struggle drink when I was coming up? Was we would fill water in our water bottles and throw a Tootsie Roll in there and then shake it to try and get the flavor of it?
Ew.
Yeah. That's what these kids.
That's like you might as well just like have somebody put a Tootsie Roll in their mouth, chew it up a little bit, and then drink water and back spit it into it.
We would do it with Tootsie Rolls and Jolly Ranchers.
Well, yeah, Jolly Ranchers. Yeah, if you're drinking lean or something, sure.
A lot of weird M&M flavors out there. Yes, that's true.
Peanut butter M&Ms are the best. Peanut butter M&Ms.
Hell yes.
My downfall.
Yes, peanut butter. The crunchy ones are delicious.
Yeah.
There's like an M&M factory here on the Strip in Vegas, and they have like all the crazy M&Ms, like pretzels and all the stuff that you don't find in stores anymore.
Every Hispanic grandma has those strawberry candies.
Yeah, but where do you get them? I don't think I've ever seen them in a store.
I've never seen the strawberry candy. I know he's right. Every Hispanic grandma has it, and they have the tin where cookies used to be. And my fat ass every time as a kid would go, "Sweet, I got cookies," and I open it and it's sewing supplies.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they buy them at the local pharmacy or something like that, because I never see them in the big stores.
I don't know, dude. I've never seen them like on the shelf or anything. I think like grandmas just have like a secret meeting spot and they all make them or something. I don't know what's going on.
And man, I've been looking at the Sony 4K OLED A80K 65-inch. Saw that at someone's house back in the summer, and wow, might get that by December. Nice,
man.
I used to be all into like audio visual stuff with TVs and sound systems and stuff, like back when I worked at PlayStation, when like 1080p was like first coming out and I had to learn all about it. Nowadays I don't care. I have a 4K Samsung 75-inch or something stupid like that, and I don't care. I don't know the specs or anything really to it. I don't have like a sound system anymore or any of that stuff. You know, I don't need a sound system for my kids to watch the same YouTube videos over and over again.
I know you were hyped up when you first got your 4K TV. You kept sending me pictures. It's a good TV.
Yeah, I'm all about it. I wanted to have like updated cool stuff like that, and I wanted 4K and things of that sort. And I just wanted a TV in my master bedroom, not removed into this new house, because the downstairs TV is basically our kids' TV now.
There you go. Well, we good to wrap up?
Yeah, I'm good.
All
Make
right.
this happen, guys.
Where can people find you? Comics Guide on the internet.
You can find me at Comics Guide 101 on Twitter and Comics Guide 101 on YouTube, where there's an archive of a whole bunch of stuff that I've done.
Nice. Gabe loves 90s comics.
Hey, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for showing up. Everybody hit that thumbs up button while you're here. Subscribe if this is your first time. Share take a screenshot or whatever of the discount code. Spread that thing far and wide. Spread the love. This is us getting back with IST and going, let's get this back to going and help the community and start making this work again. And we finally got it back. That was great. Big shout out to them. But you guys can find me, follow me on Instagram, Gabe Loves 90s Comics. And I'm here. That's the only places you're going to find me. So hit me up. And Gio, where can everybody find your amazing stuff at?
Thank you. You can find my channel, that's A Week in Geekdom, where I talk about anime and manga. I also have a gaming channel called Geekdom Gaming, if you want to check that out. And I'm currently trying to upload a video, so it should be out after I'm done with the stream in a couple minutes. So like and follow me there if you can.
So real quick before we leave, Tasty Melon, they have Reese's Cups with bits of potato chips mixed in. That's stoner stuff right there, dude. That's
what?
Yeah, I've seen those around. That's stoner stuff. That's like next thing they're gonna start putting Funyuns in there or like cereal or other kind of random stuff. That's some stoner food right there.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, I've never heard of this.
Yeah, I've never had them because I've seen ones that's had pretzels in them before. Like the only other like not off brand, but off regular Reese's that I get is like pumpkins or Christmas tree shaped ones, Or those little tiny like baby cups. I'll take like a handful of those things at a time. I gotta leave those things alone.
Those are dangerous. Yeah, because you kill a whole bag and not feel a dent in your stomach.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, I might have had 50 of these, but they're tiny, so it counts as one.
And then just don't look at the serving size.
Yeah.
Oh
No.
All right.
All right.
Let's go ahead and end this, everybody. Thanks again.
That's gonna be it. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Share the video, all that fun stuff.